One evening, an elder Cherokee leader told his grandson about a battle that goes on inside people. He said, "My beloved grandson, the battle inside every person is between two wolves. One wolf is evil. It is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, pessimism, and negativity. The other wolf is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, service, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, compassion, optimism, and faith." The grandson looked up at his grandfather and he thought for a minute, and then he asked the grandfather, "Which wolf wins this battle?" The old Cherokee gently grasped the boy's shoulder, looked deeply into his eyes, and replied, "The one who wins is the one you feed." This man has been feeding the good wolf in himself and in thousands of others for more than 20 years. Please welcome Alan Amir Ali Khazei.
Thank you, Charlie. That was beautiful. That was just incredible. Next time Charlie says, "I'm not going to tell you about it," don't believe it. It has been such a blessing and joy and privilege in my life to know you and love you as a brother for more than 20 years now. So let's hear it for Charlie Rose. You know, when you get to this point in the program, I'm reminded of the person who said, "Everything that needs to be said has been already said. It's just that not everyone has had a chance to say it yet." So I appreciate you bearing with me for a few moments as I just share some thoughts this morning. First of all, can we give a huge round of applause for the 3 outstanding women that really led the effort to organize this day of action? Katie Visco, Susanna Calvin. We also thank Sheriff Cabral and Councilor Tobin, 2 outstanding public servants at different times of year. And finally, let's have a round of applause for all the people who spoke and all those incredibly powerful testimonies. And give yourselves a round of applause for not letting the rain and the bad weather stop you from being here this morning. We're gathering here and all across America to reaffirm the following. We believe in the ideals that define America: liberty, equality, and most of all, justice for all. We believe the idea of America is ennobled and the future of America is strengthened when Americans come together to serve our country. We believe there is no challenge that cannot be met with the energy, creativity, and determination of the American people. We believe all individuals can make a difference and anyone can be great because anyone can serve. If you share those beliefs, can we have one more shout out? ServiceNation.
ServiceNation!
One more time.
ServiceNation!
Yes. If you've already signed our Declaration of Service, please raise your hands like this. If you are going to sign today the Declaration, please raise your hands like this. All right. All of us in Boston know about Red Sox Nation. Well, we're here today to say we also need to become a
Service Nation!
Clearly, we're ready to serve. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. But we are here today because we need to grow the choir. 84% of our people believe that America is off track. 3/4 of Americans believe we have a leadership crisis. 69% of Americans believe that the signers of the Declaration of Independence would be disappointed by where America is at today. But what gives us hope, despite all this, is fully 96% of Americans say they are proud of our country. And 2/3 of Americans are optimistic about America's future. They haven't given up on our potential. They want to reclaim, we all want to reclaim, the America we know and love. The America that for most of our history has been a shining city on a hill. The America that welcomes your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The America that has always been best when we live up to our revolutionary spirit and our revolutionary ideals that were born right here in Boston. A nation of the people, by the people, and for the people needs the people from every walk of life, every stage of life, and every sector to serve, to educate our children, to preserve our environment, to fight poverty and create opportunity, to restore American leadership in the world, to get America back on track. And that, at its heart, is what ServiceNation and this Day of Action is all about. It is sharing our belief that we need to become a nation where service is just a defining ethic, that we need to call on our greatest natural resource, our citizens, ourselves, to address our most pressing social challenges. And each of us needs to fully embrace, as Charlie said, what President Harry Truman said was the highest office in the land, that of citizen. And if we do that, we can restore the America we love. We can put ourselves back on that timeless journey to a more perfect union. This will be a historic day. We have more than 2,700 events like this happening all across America, with an estimated 200,000 people participating. But even all that is not enough to realize our dream of a service nation. We're just beginning. We must commit ourselves to stay at it until our leaders and our fellow citizens embrace this vision. Because it has always been we the people that have driven great change in this country. It was the citizen soldiers right here in Boston who put down their pitchforks and picked up their muskets to make the vision of the founders possible. It was the abolitionists and the Underground Railroad leaders who made the Emancipation Proclamation of Abraham Lincoln possible. It was the suffragists who pushed and pushed and pushed Wilson to embrace the 19th Amendment, to grant women the right to vote. It was students who rode the Freedom Rides, sat at lunch counters, and marched on Washington to inspire Kennedy and Johnson to make civil rights the moral issue of our times. And it will be up to us and our fellow Americans to transform our country into a fully realized service nation. As Gandhi taught, and as has already been said, we must be the change we wish to see in the world. I'd like to conclude with an old Sufi teaching story that goes something like this. There was a holy man sitting by the side of the road, praying under a tree. And by, along came a homeless child. And then soon after that, an isolated man with severe disabilities. And then soon after that, a woman who had been robbed and badly beaten. And out of the long silence, this holy man cried out, "Great God, how can a loving creator see such things and yet do nothing about them?" And then a voice came out, and God replied, "I did do something. I made you." Well, I, for one, am sure glad that God made each and every one of you. I want to thank you for your commitment. I know that because of your energy and your determination and your vision and your creativity, we will realize our dream of a service nation and we will restore the America we love. Thank you all very, very much.